4th April 2021, Madhuban, Avyakt BapDada, Om Shanti, revites 6th December 1987. The Murli's title is The Basis of Success is to have an elevated attitude. Today, BapDada is looking at the gathering of his holy swans everywhere. Each holy swan is seated on the seat of his elevated stage. This gathering of holy swans seated on the seats is alaukic and unique in the whole cycle. Each holy swan is decorated extremely beautifully with his or her specialities. The specialities are the elevated decoration. The decorated holy swans look so lovely. BapDada is pleased to see each one's decoration of specialities. All of you are decorated because as soon as you were given this Brahmin birth, BapDada gave you the blessing, may you be a special soul. Although it is number-wise, even the last number soul is a special soul. To enter Brahmin life means you are among those who are counted as special souls. Even if you are the last number in the Brahmin family, in the comparison to the many souls of the world, you are remembered as the special soul. This is why it is remembered a handful out of multi-millions and a few out of that handful. So, a gathering of Brahmins means a gathering of special souls. Today, BapDada was saying that although the Father decorates everyone equally with specialities, some imbibe that decoration and use it at the appropriate time, whereas others are either not able to imbibe it or are not able to use it at the appropriate time. For instance, those of royal families nowadays decorate themselves appropriately according to the time, and that looks so good. As is the time, so is their decoration. This is called being knowledgeful. Nowadays, people keep various sets of decorations, means jewelry. So BapDada has also given you so many various sets of many specialities and elevated virtues, no matter how invaluable a decoration may be. If it is not appropriate for the time, how could it look? Similarly, the Father has given everyone the decorations of specialities, virtues, powers and jewels of knowledge. But you became number-wise in using them at the right time. All of you have all of these decorations. Each speciality and virtue has its own importance according to the time. If while having them you don't use them, then although they are invaluable, they have no value. For whatever task you need to imbibe a speciality, that particular speciality is valuable at that time. For instance, swans discriminate between stones and jewels. They separate out the jewels and only imbibe those. They put aside the stones and imbibe the jewels and pearls. Such holy swans means those who choose the specialities and virtues appropriate for the time and use them at that time. This is known as being a holy swan that has the power to discern and the power to decide. So, the two powers of discerning and deciding are the two powers that take you to the front. When you have imbibed both of these powers, you can carry out a task at the right time with that speciality. So, each of you holy swans has to check both of these powers. Thus, either of these two powers deceive you at that time. If you discern or decide after the time, when it needed to be done, that time has already passed. Both of these powers always work appropriately for the time for those who are number one holy swans. If these powers work after the time has passed, you become part of the second number. Don't even ask about the third number. Only the swans whose intellects are always holy, means pure, are able to carry out a task at the right time. You were told the meaning of the word holy. One holy is pure. In Hindi, holy means the past that has passed. So choose whose intellects are holy, which means pure and clean, and those who have the practice of always letting the past be the past at every second and in every situation are always holy. That is, they remain colored with spiritual color. They are always colored with the Father's company. So the one word holy is used in three ways. Those who have the speciality of all its three meanings, that is, those ones who know this method, attain success at every moment. So today, BapDada was looking at the speciality of holy swans and this gathering of holy swans, whether it is a physical task or a spiritual task. The basis of success in both are the powers to discern and to decide. When you come into contact with anyone, unless you have discerned their motives and feelings and then having discerned them, if you haven't decided accurately, you cannot be successful in either task, whether it is to do with people or situations. You have to come into relationship with people and you also have to overcome situations. Both of those things have to be faced in life. So, a number one holy swan means one who is full of both specialities. This was the news of today's gathering. This gathering doesn't mean only those who are sitting here in front of Baba. In front of Baba, along with all of you, all the children from everywhere have emerged. BapDada celebrates a meeting and has a heart-to-heart conversation with the whole unlimited family. All Brahmin souls with the power of their remembrance became present in Madhuban. BapDada was particularly saying how clear every child's line of the method and line of success are, how the method has been applied from the beginning until now, and how much success they have attained as a result of using the method. How clear are both those lines, how long they are, that is, how much have they accumulated in their accounts in an accurate way through using the method and having success. The foundation of the method is having an elevated attitude. If the attitude is elevated, then the method is accurate, and if the method is accurate, then the success is definitely elevated too. So the seed of the method and its success is your attitude. Always have an elevated soul conscious attitude of brotherhood. This is the main thing. But along with that, while coming into contact with every soul, let there always be an attitude of benevolence, love, cooperation, selflessness, and of being free from sinful thoughts. Let there be an attitude that is free from wasteful thoughts. Sometimes you have an attitude of wasteful or sinful thoughts towards some soul, and as is your attitude and vision, so you will see the world of that soul's tasks and actions accordingly. Sometimes Baba hears this and also says this in the children. Because of this attitude, you also speak about it. No matter how good a task that person may perform, because you have an attitude of wastefulness, the words that emerge for that soul are always like this. This one is always like that anyway. He is always like that. So, this type of attitude will make you experience that soul's world, means field of activity, to be likewise. In this world, all of you gave the example of spectacles. Whatever color glasses you wear, that is the color you will see everything to be. Similarly, whatever your attitude is, that attitude changes your vision and your vision changes the world. If the seed of the attitude is always elevated, then the method and result are definitely successful. So first of all, check the foundation of your attitude. That is called having an elevated attitude. In any relationship or connection, if there is a mixed attitude instead of an elevated attitude, then no matter how many methods you adopt, there won't be success. This is because the seed is the attitude, the tree is the method, and the fruit is the result. If the seed is weak, then no matter how expansive, means widespread, the tree is, it won't have the fruit of success. Bap and Dada were having a special heart-to-heart conversation about this attitude and method of the children for self-progress and for success in service. Bap and Dada were sharing an entertaining slogan in their heart-to-heart conversation. All of you also use the slogan with one another. You remembered the slogan, you first, in every task. Do not. One is you first and the other is I first. Both slogans, you first and I first, are essential. However, whilst having their heart-to-heart conversation, Bap and Dada were smiling. Where it should be I first, you make it you first. And where you should say you first, you make it I first. You change it around. When anything to do with self-transformation comes up, you say you first. If this one changes, I will change. So that is you first, it is not. And when any chance arises for service or for facing a situation, you try and make it I first. I too am something. I should also receive something. So where you have to say you first, you say I first. To remain constantly stable in your self-respect and to give respect to others means to say you first. It shouldn't be that you simply say you first in words, but your actions are then different. You have to remain stable in your self-respect and give respect. What would be the sign of giving respect and being stable in self-respect? Always check two things in this. One is an attitude of arrogance and the other is a disrespectful attitude. Someone who is stable in his self-respect and is a bestower who gives respect to others would not have either an attitude of disrespect or of arrogance. This one always does it like that. This one is always like that. This too is being disrespectful to that soul in a royal way. To remain stable in your self-respect and give respect is known as saying you first. Do you understand? In many situations of self-progress, if you always remember the slogan, I first, what will the result be? I first means the one who takes the initiative as Arjuna. Arjuna means a special soul, a unique soul, an alaukic soul. an alaukic spatial soul. Father Brahma became Arjuna, that is the number one soul, by always living with the slogan, I first. You were told about number one, which means the number one division. In fact, there would just be one person who is number one. So, both slogans are essential. However, you were told on what basis the numbers are created. When someone doesn't use any of the specialities at the appropriate time, the number changes. Those who use them at the right time win. That is, they became number one. So check this, because this year BapDada is telling you things about checking the self. Your Baba has told you many different things, has he not? So today check these things. Am I saying you instead of I, and I instead of you? This is known as the accurate method. When you use the accurate method, there is definitely success. You were told the method for this attitude. Check two things. Let there not be any attitude of disrespect or of arrogance. Where both of these are missing, you will receive respect, whether you ask for it or not, whether you think about it or not. People and nature will always automatically continue to give you respect. When you have the slightest desire to receive respect, even in your thoughts, you won't receive it. To be humble means to say you first. The humble stage will automatically make others give you respect. In situations that challenge your self-respect, to say you first means to become equal to the Father. In giving respect, Father Brahma always kept the world Mother Jagdamba, Mother Saraswati first, and then came Father Brahma. Although being Mother Brahma, for the sake of giving respect, he placed Mother Jagdamba ahead. He kept the children in front in every task, whereas in terms of the stage of effort, he kept himself in front in the form of an engine. An engine is always at the front. You always saw in Sakar Baba's life, whatever I do, others who see me will do the same. So, in terms of the method, self-progress, and in the line of intense effort, he always kept himself first. So, today, Baba was checking the lines of the method and success. Do you understand? So, don't change this around. To change it around means to change your fortune around. Be holy swans and always be those who have an broad and unlimited intellect with the powers to decide and discern at the right time. Always let the seed of your intellect be elevated and continue to experience the elevated method and success. You were also told earlier that BapDada has love for the children. What is the sign of love? One who loves someone cannot bear to see weaknesses in them. He always wants to see himself and the one he loves perfect and equal. Do you understand? So, your attention is constantly being drawn to this and you are being made to check. This is the true love that makes you perfect. Acha. Now, the majority here are older children from everywhere. Do you know the meaning of older ones? BapDada calls older ones those who are strong in everything. Old ones means strong ones. Experience also makes you strong. You are not such weak ones who became afraid when Maya, the cat, comes even slightly. All of you who have come are old, strong ones. Have you not? It doesn't matter that all of you have said, I first in this chance of a meeting. However, in every task, there are the laws and the benefits. It isn't that when you say, I first, 1,000 of you turn up. In the corporeal world, there are laws and also benefits. In the subtle region, there is no question of laws. Laws do not have to be created there. It takes effort to have an Avyakt meeting, whereas the corporeal meeting takes place easily. This is why you all come running here. However, according to the time, to the extent that there are laws, so there are benefits. When BapDada gives even a little signal, you feel we don't know what is going to happen next. If anything is going to happen, it will not happen by telling you in advance. When Sakar Baba became Avyakta, did he tell you? Anything that happens suddenly is alaukik and lovely. This is why BapDada says, remain constantly ever ready. Whatever happens will be the best of all. Do you understand? Acha. To all the holy swans, to all the intelligent children who developed broad, unlimited, elevated and clean intellects, to all the Shaktis, to the children who are Jnani and Yogi souls who use all their specialities at the right time, to all the perfect children who always have the zeal and enthusiasm to become complete and perfect like the Father, BapDada's love, remembrance and Namaste. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual Father. Blessing. May you have a combined form and with the awareness of being the Master, experience the highest authority. Explanation. First of all, keep in your awareness your combined form of the body and the soul. The body is the creation and the soul is the creator. By having this, you will automatically have the awareness of being the Master. With the awareness of being the Master, you will experience yourselves to be the highest authority. You will be the one making the body function. Secondly, with the awareness of the combined form of the Father and the child, means Shiv Shakti, you will be able to overcome any obstacles of Maya with your authority. Slogan. Merge all the expansion in a second and experience the essence of knowledge and give others that experience. Om Shanti